As always, Iyarkai Tunai, with nature's blessings, we are going to start the grand finale of Hack for Purpose first edition 2024. We are going to go to Lakshmi for the introduction and welcoming of our lovely investors.
Good evening, everyone, guys. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome you all to the finale two of Hack for Purpose Edition 1. Today marks an extraordinary milestone for Hack for Purpose as we all gathered here to celebrate the brilliant ideas of our top 10 final teams. What makes this evening even more special is the presence of our esteemed panel of investors, of visionaries who have not only reshaped industries but also have redefined the meaning of innovation and impact. So it is my honor to introduce our distinguished guests who have bringing a unique perspective to the world of entrepreneurship and funding. So without any further delay, it's my privilege to first introduce Mr. Venkatraman Chandrasekaran, our esteemed chief guest for finale. He's a CEO of Lingov Capital, and where he brings a decade of experience in working capital management, business financial planning, and startup mentorship. And he's been a pioneer in the financial strategy as he helped over 50 businesses navigate complex financial challenges and achieve debt-free operations in the past 18 months. And his innovative approach combines technical expertise with deep understanding of SME dynamics and also how to make a sustainable growth and assert development for entrepreneurs. And beyond his role, he has been a financial advisor and also addressed root cause for all the business issues. So, with a robust background in mechanical engineering and legal studies, his multifaceted expertise empowers businesses to thrive in today's competitive landscape. So, we are very honored to have him here with us today to inspire and guide us to the next wave of entrepreneurs and innovators. So next we have Mr. Devang Raja. So he's a trailblazer in the fundraising and also entrepreneurship ecosystem. So he's been recognized as one of the 5 most powerful business leaders in fundraising and entrepreneurship to watch in 2024 by the Leaders Globe magazine. And he has been the founder of Venture Wolf, an organization which makes the waves in India startup. And with over 21 years of experience in financial services industry, he's been instrumental in guiding startups across the nation, sitting on with the investors panel and mentoring early and growth stage companies. He's been celebrated, the company Venture Wolf has been celebrated as the fastest growing company promoting entrepreneurship in India 2024 by Entrepreneur One magazine. So his flagship event called the Wolf Den Investor Summit has earned the prestigious title of the Best Investor Summit of the Year at the Business Innovation Conference and Award. So we're also very happy to have him with us here, who will be sharing his wisdom and experience. So next we have a third speaker, Mr. Rohit Krishna, who is a general partner at WEH Ventures, which is a pioneering early stage venture fund that has been redefined what it means to back non-obvious startups. With nearly a decade of experience in venture capital space, he has specialized in pre-seed and seed stage investments, supporting founders with an average check of size like $500,000. Under his leadership, the venture has built a stellar portfolio of category creating startups such as like Small Case, Jar, Mastro Shop, Animal, and many more. So his approach is something unique where he doesn't only focus on ideas but also the bold visions that has the potential to become an industry leader. He has been the CFA, the charter holder, where he cleared all levels on his first attempt, where it helps and brings in analytical precision and deep market insight to every investment decision. So we are absolutely thrilled to have him with us today and can't wait to hear his insights in identifying and nurturing the next innovators. And next, we have our esteemed guest, who is none other than Ravish Kumar, who is a visionary leader who bridges innovation and strategy within India's thriving venture capital and startup ecosystem. He is the VC and startup partnership lead at Google, and where his initiatives under a $10 billion India Digitalization Fund have driven impactful partnerships empowering startups to scale through cutting edge technology and innovation. Notably, he spearheaded the launch of transformative programs like Google Startup School and the Gen AI Exchange, bringing Google's resources to thousands of startups across India. His collaborations with Mighty Startup Hub and Startup India showcase his dedication in enabling startups to scale. So beyond all his professional achievements, he's been an angel investor with passion of nurturing and bringing up the deep tech startups as well. So, known to his hands-on mentorship areas like go-to-market strategy and fundraising, he also co-leads 0 to 1 startup hours, helping pre-MVP founders achieve product market fit. So, with an unwavering commitment to fostering innovation, he's a true force in driving a meaningful impact with his towards the startup space. We are very looking forward to his invaluable insights. Next, we have Ashish, who's an accomplished angel investor, personal finance faculty, and a seasoned professional with extensive experience in helping startups secure seed funding. He is an MBA graduate with a specialization in finance and data analytics from Masters Union. He is a CMA, like certified management accountant, which adds to his deep financial expertise. With over 5 years of experience, he has honed his skill in financial modeling, valuation, project management, and strategy development. He currently serves as a chief of staff in CEO's office at one of the India's fastest growing HR tech startups, where he plays a pivotal role in driving growth and innovation. Ash's impressive journey as an investor in over 10 startups reflects his passion for nurturing entrepreneurial talent and empowering business to thrive. Looking forward to hear valuable words, sir. Next, we have Yash Mathur. We are very delighted to have him here, a seasoned angel investor, founder, and CFO at CresEquity and partner at Ayatra Capital. With extensive expertise in venture capital and startup investment, he has been instrumental in unlocking capital for innovative startups globally and also spanning especially seed to Series C stages. He holds a profound understanding of Indian startup ecosystem, leveraging his deep network to foster impactful partnerships between investors and visionary founders. At CresEquity, he specializes mainly in connecting discerning investors with high potential startups. With years of experience empowering investors in startups like this, Yash commitment to shaping the future of entrepreneurial ecosystem is very much inspiring. So we are very happy to have him here today. Next, finally, we have Alhad, who's a seasoned investor and mentor for over 14 years of expertise in startup acceleration, fundraising, and business strategy. As a CEO of ParsBEM Consultants Private Limited, he has been shaping the growth journeys of numerous startups, providing hands-on guidance in securing especially seed to Series A funding, venture capital, and equity funding. His unique approach combines connecting startups with key investors, refining business models, and compiling pitches, and ensuring the startups are equipped for impactful growth. He also brings a wealth of experience in technology consulting, where he leads teams in developing scalable solutions and implementing growth driven strategies. As a graduate from a prestigious institution of Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, he's recently completed diploma in equity research and strategy management. His advanced education has deepened his expertise in investment, valuation, equity, research methodologies, and strategic decision making. With a passion for empowering startups to reach their full potential, he continues to be a driving force in this entrepreneurial space, blending academic rigor with real world experience for the innovation and success. So let's give a warm welcome, a round of applause to all our investors who are joining us today. Your presence is going to add immense value to all of this occasion, and we are eagerly looking forward to all the insights and wisdom you will be sharing to our finalists. Thank you so much, and I'm very happy to welcome you all. Thank you.
So I would request the investors if you can take a few minutes to say a few words to the students. Rohit, if you have something to say.
Sure. I guess you've already given a background about who we are in the fund, etc. Right? Cool. I think one advice I would give for pitches is always start with whatever is your strong suit. Right? Sometimes it's the product, sometimes it's the IP that you have, or in some cases it's the traction or the team. So whatever is the strong suit, figure that out and talk about that in the first few minutes, and that would catch folks' attention, and then you can talk about the rest of your pitch. So that would be one quick advice, but I'll let the others sort of give whatever their pearls of wisdom before we start.
Thank you so much, Rohit. I think that's definitely a valid point. Yash, if you can say a few words, that'll be great.
Sure. So, hi everyone. My name is Yash, founder of CresEquity and also partner at Ayatra Capital. My advice is just stay confident. You know your business very well, even better than investors. We are just here to guide you and provide you the wealth, but it's you who actually are solving the problem statement, right? So you know your business well, and just stay confident and speak the truth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yash. We'll call upon Alhad to give some few pointers. Another of our
Hi everyone. Glad to be here. So I am not going to give any advice today, basically, right? I would be happy to witness the innovations which the students or the participants are going to pitch today. The only thing, as an advisor or as a well wisher, basically, I would like to say that a strong pitch is always done by a team, right, as a combined effort, right? So it should not be a thing that only the team leader is going to speak, right? So we as an investors would definitely like to know that if you're a team of 3 or 4 or let's say 2, what are the roles those individuals are going to play in the team. So kindly focus on that and pitches the innovation at your best. All the best to all of you.
Thank you so much, Alhad. I think this is a very, very crucial point. Presenting it together, usually you hear one of the members pitch in, but this is a very, very effective point. I'm sure our teams are going to put that into perspective as well. We have Ravish, one of our other, guests, who will be speaking. If Chandrasekaran, if you're here, if you can also say a few words before that. Yes, please.
Yeah, hi, hello, good evening. How are you all? Hope you are doing good. I think so. Uh, I think few minutes back I had joined this meeting, and also previous updates I have noticed that what are the events that behalf of the Purpose Foundations have conducted. It was very happy for me to invite as a guest of honor here. And also I would like to thank each and every team members to put these effort to make the event a grand success to bring this into a grand finale. So I like to thank each and every participants to move more successful in future endeavors. And also, I like to say that this is not only the event; it's just a game in our life. In India, there is a huge support for entrepreneurs from the government as well as the private end. In upcoming events, we will discuss about that. Thank you all.
Thank you so much for giving a shout out to us as well. It means a lot. And without students, definitely this whole thing couldn't come together. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm just going to quickly check if Ravish has joined.
I've joined. I'm here.
You've joined? Okay, awesome. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
the event. Very happy to have you here. So,
My pleasure.
Ravish was super supportive. I mean, every one of our guests was super supportive, but last time itself, like we had to reschedule due to some personal emergencies. But every single one of our guests and students were very supportive, especially during this time. And Ravish was someone like, since even though he has other commitments now, he said, okay, I'll come in, drop by and give a few words of wisdom. So please, Ravish, share your inputs with us.
Thank you so much, Desika. It's my pleasure to be here. And I went through the pitches, and it was great and very inspiring for me to like really see, all these amazing startup ideas being built here. So absolutely thrilled to see that folks are building these outstanding ideas. I'll quickly introduce myself. I'm Ravish and I work in Google. I've been with this company for close to 12 years and I've done many roles. I've done sales and ads, etc. Working with some of the largest Google partners in India and also globally to advance their growth strategies. And now I am in the strategic partnerships team. So what my team does is we work with Google's investee companies. These are companies where Google has made strategic equity investments as part of the India Digitization Fund. We also work with founders who use Google products to grow their business. Think of all the more than 100 Google products that are there, like ads, maps, cloud, etc. We also work with the India's investing community, like VCs and private equity firms, to support their companies at scale. And also we support the government of India's startup programs, like with Meti Startup Hub and Startup India. So essentially, all that you see Google doing for startups in India, it's my team who leads the strategy, the design of those programs, and GTM efforts. And in my remit, I work with AI first companies. I lead strategic partnerships with some top funded AI companies in India. And I'm excited to see, what you're all building. I was very thrilled when Desika reached out to me. I thought, this would be a great learning opportunity for me to learn from the founders. I always tell people that whenever there is a founder in the room, it's the founder who's the most knowledgeable person in the room. So everybody gets to learn from the founder. So thank you for having me here. And if there are any questions I could answer, if there's anything that you think Google could help you to support you, um, I'm very keen to discuss that as well.
Thank you so much, Ravish. We really hope you can stay as long as it's possible for you. And if you have any inputs, you can give to the teams who are pitching maybe 1 or 2 points, and then we'll start off the session.
For sure. So I know today the founders are going to be making these pitches. I've had the privilege to hear many pitches. I think probably more than 500 now, both in my professional and personal capacity. So I think number one, whenever you're pitching, uh, don't just go with a mindset that you're going to pitch your idea for funding. That's not the game. In a conversation with any stakeholder, be it potentially your first employee or your first customer or your investor, always go with that mindset that you're going to learn in that conversation. And I've seen the best conversations are those where the founders have not approached with the mindset that today we are going to raise funds. No, that's not the game. The second point which I'd like to share is, um, always keep a very sharp eye on your customers. It's extremely important for you to see what is the customer need, what's the market demand. A lot of startups, as you all know, like there's a very high mortality rate in the early stages of the startups. And the general perception is that startups, they run out of business because of cash crunch or like funding issues. But that's a very small segment, in my opinion, of companies. But I think a lot of companies, they run out of business because they could not generate a market demand for the product. I've seen outstanding founders who had sufficient capital in their bank account, yet they were struggling to build a product. And even when they built a product, they could not find, like, they were not able to sell it because there was no market demand. So even if you are in the consumer segment or in the enterprise segment, if you're selling to the government or large enterprises, SMBs, just think like, where is it that you are adding the value? So that is extremely critical. The third thing which I'd like to mention is, in the early stages of the business, there's only one metric that matters. And I've had the privilege to even learn from some of the finest, most experienced investors and VCs and private equity professionals in India. And I've learned from them that in the early stages, there's only one metric that founder has to keep in mind, and that metric is user love. You would not be able to generate demand and grow your business until there is a very strong pull, organic pull from your customers. I often tell people that if you're in the early stages, you shouldn't have to think about marketing your product. you know in the conventional sense, it's called the PLG motion, product led growth, where where the product is so strong that the referral rate is so high and the retention rate is so high. you know Consumers keep coming back to your product. I remember when Uber had first started in India. I guess I had taken my first Uber ride in 2018, and the experience was superb. And I went on to refer that to other people. So, and I remember, like, during those days, Uber was not doing any marketing in India. Even today, like, let's take another example. Blue Smart is an electric vehicle taxi company. And people, I mean, whenever I open my LinkedIn is all full of organic praises for Blue Smart. Everybody says that the driver was on time, the cabs were very clean, I didn't have to wait for a long time for that, for my cab to come, because taking a taxi is such a high anxiety process. People are waiting at the long airport queues waiting for their cabs to come, and it's a very high anxiety space. But Blue Smart has solved that. And people keep praising that. Even today, I wonder if you have recently seen a Blue Smart ad. I don't think they're doing active marketing, but people keep coming back to Blue Smart, and I know that they have a very strong retention rate. So in the early stages, please keep in mind that your earliest customers should be with you for a very long time to come. Keep in mind that the retention rate must be very high. In the later stages, when you grow, there is only one metric that matters then, and it is free cash flow. As a business, you have to see how efficiently you are running the business, the return on the capital employed, and also the return on the equity raised. All of that has to be so well run that you go on to create like a very sustainable cash flowing business. So these are the two things that I have always kept as very simple principles to also learn and also guide founders when I talk to them.
Thank you so much, Ravish. It was super valuable. I'm sure we are going to take this and put it into action.